Where did Esther sleep when she visited Rab's? They slept in separate rooms.
Why do you say that?
They had they made it into separate rooms because they put up a divider. It wasn't a very tall mechitza. It was about 3 inches tall, but it basically made it into separate rooms, so it wasn't a problem. Okay.
She stayed at a friend if somebody asked, and that's the last personal question we're taking. That's really chutzpah.
Yeah, that's totally chutzpah.
Who asked that, by the way?
Yeah.
Who asked that?
I don't know.
No, go back to that. I want to see who asked it.
You're just gonna get upset.
Oh, it's Henry. That's not like him.
Same bed with a divider.
Yeah, we used my surfboard.
Yeah, the surfboard.
Surfboard.
Came down at 1 a.m. Went back up at 2 a.m.
Gosh. My friends are asking personal questions that they shouldn't have. But that's...
Okay, God tells Moses, you shall set boundaries for the people. So one of the first things I learned in therapy was about a concept called boundaries.
Boundaries! That's so pertinent. Go back to the chat room.
Yeah.
Boundaries, guys. Boundaries. You don't ask personal questions of people. And you don't... that's what I want to say.
Okay,
especially
boundaries.
Publicly. You don't ask... And you don't say the kind of things you're saying because, first of all, you're poking my coven. How do you say that? You're questioning me.
Yeah.
But you're embarrassing Esther, who's in the room.
Yeah.
You're making her uncomfortable. Shame on all of you. We're going to start bouncing you from the room. Okay, we're going to teach you a lesson. Boundaries. Watch your mouth. Don't think before you talk. Think before you write something. Right? The woman Ravs is involved with is in the chat room. Don't say stupid things that would embarrass her. Right? Right? Take a lesson. Who's this guy? He wrote something?
Who?
What's the guy's name?
Justin.
Justin. All you guys, stop it. Okay? Grow up. Right? Follow Luke's example.
Exactly.
Follow the moral.
Be discreet.
Yeah, be like the moral leader.
Yeah, well, I got an Aboriginal grandfather. We just don't talk about it much because it was kind of embarrassing. But it's where I get my ability to track people and in the country. I can track really good.
Oh, I thought your father was some crazy offshoot of Catholic that blamed everything on the
That's
Jews.
my father, but my grandfather was an Avo, and that's why I can track really good. I can sneak up on people really good, and I can steal their purses and their wallets really good. I can get totally drunk and just lay in the gutter. I got a whole bunch of things from my Aboriginal heritage.
Okay, I don't like what Lakewood Rob just did.
Tell us about your Avo grandfather.
No, look what he just wrote to Esther.
Let me give your father a grandkid.
That's not right. After I just got through this whole thing, that's boundaries. That's right there.
Lakewood Rob, take it easy on Esther. No more.
You should bounce him for that. After I just made a speech, gave the mooser out about boundaries. That just happened.
Yeah, I'll stop it. Anymore, and you're gone. Even though you're my best friend in the world. Where's my face paint? I normally only wear that on Tuesday nights. So yeah, I've tracked many imaginary girlfriends from Shul. I guess it was wrong, but it's a gift. It's the force.
They want him bounced. They got two people saying bounce.
Yeah, well, some of the people that you attract I want to bounce to. Okay, so one of the first things I learned in therapy was that I needed to start noticing and respecting boundaries.
Yeah, and because you don't do anything about it, so you have no problem with Liquid Rob violating them right there. I'm telling you, if that was your girlfriend in there, and one of my friends said that to her, this would be a different story. You wouldn't even hesitate. If Abe's was in there and started saying derogatory things, talking about sex or something, to your girlfriend in there, you would not hesitate and you would bounce him out. Am I right or am I right? Release the neck.
Free the neck and think up. I'm not sure.
I don't have to sit here and be partner to this. That's the word I want. Partner to it.
A mate of mine from Australia advises me, pull your finger out and get an Asian girlfriend. Did you use that kind of language? Like, is that more an Australian expression? Pull your finger out.
I don't even know what that means, so I'm going to go with yes because I don't know what it means.
Like when I get married, things are going to be going to be special in a way. My secular friend who uses this kind of crude language will never understand.
I don't even know what that means.
It means you got to pull your finger out of your bum.
You really sound like Mel Gibson now.
I've never put.
You really sound like.
I've never put my finger in my bum my whole life.
You see the movie We Were Soldiers? You sound like that. You seem like you seem like.
Yeah, I like that movie. It's in Vietnam, right?
You sound like that guy. That's who you are right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm good at tracking. That's why they use Vietnam.
Gonna call for a broken arrow. Is that what it was called or something?
So Exodus chapter 19 verse 16 talks about the sound of the shofar was very powerful. You have to be pretty thick not to be shaken up by the sound of the shofar.
Okay.
So Rabbi Beryl Wein writes, many times a new convert is most hesitant to give advice or counsel to the Jewish society.
Not you.
Not me.
Not you. We just discussed that.
I'm a lot like Jethro. My boldness in asserting myself immediately into advising and improving Jewish society is a testimony to my comfort level, sincerity, and commitment regarding the Jewish people and its Torah values and strictures. That's why I am given so much respect and prominence in the Torah of the Jewish people.
Absolutely. Listen, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you something. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to interpret this. This could be interpreted.
Don't get distracted.
This could be interpreted one of two ways, and
Okay.
we'll explore which way it is.
Okay.
But last year, I don't know if you remember, we had an argument on this Torah portion, on Parashat Yitro.
Mm-hmm.
And I said Yisro was a convert, and you actually argued against me and said, no, he was a goy, he never converted. And I had to show you all this proof that Yisro is the first convert. Mm-hmm. And I had to even show you like websites and stuff where different Rabbanim and different people that you should hold by said that he's a convert. Now, why do I bring that up? Because most of the time when I bring you books and books of evidence, it goes in one ear and out the other. And the following year, you'll say the same stupid mistakes. And I go, like, we just went through this last year. But this time I noticed that you quoted, and we're talking about Rabbi Wein saying a convert, so you're at least admitting that Yisro is a convert. So I don't know how to interpret this one of two ways. Either this one stuck when I showed you the proofs last year, and now you're accepting it that Yisro is the convert, or because Beryl Wein says it, therefore that's legit.
Neither. I'm just like rolling with Rabbi Wein, what he says, and then just making a little drasha, a little Rashi on it, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily believe that Yitro was a convert.
Because nothing is fact until Dennis Prager says it, and he's never going to say it, and here's why. Because the written Torah, the Bible, doesn't say it. Therefore, as far as Luke is concerned, who is Wankel 613? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Who is Wankel 613? So, what the hell is that? Sorry, that one just took me by surprise. What was I saying? That Dennis Prager doesn't hold by the oral Torah. Everything he paskins by, if you will, is all, just within the written Torah. Well, that's complete heresy. That's heretical. Judaism is not a biblical religion. And to look into the Bible and then start figuring things out, you're not going to end up with Judaism. You're going to end up with some other religion, like Pragerism. So you don't accept anything as truth 100% until Dennis Prager says it on the radio.
No, I just don't accept it necessarily when you say it.
Right, because I only quote oral Torah. Here you have Beryl Wein, who you tend to respect. But I see you only respect him at arm's length because, once again, he's suspect because he's quoting Torah, which was not privy to Dennis Prager.
Hey, would it be inappropriate for me to go to parties at Chabad Persian
Potties?
Parties.
Potties?
Parties at Chabad Persian youth.
Why would that be inappropriate?
Oh, I'm not Persian, I'm not youth.
And you're not Chabad. Strike three. Go. I don't.